And I'm singing for the unborn child whose voice may never be heard. Is this the one he promised us? Is this the one to save us? Is this the one who will rescue me? I don't know. But I know we're not alone. My God is calling for me to follow him and live his word, to be free. Well, hello everybody, and welcome to session 11 of the Songwriter series. It's called Songwriter Sessions. It's a YouTube channel dedicated to getting to know songwriters and learning more about the art of songwriting. And I'm your host, Barry Chauvin. I'm here at Digital Sac-a Lait Productions studio in Houma, Louisiana with Pershing Wells. Our guest artist today is Crystal Eldringhoff.
Yes.
All right. Welcome, Crystal.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
All right. And Crystal, we were talking in the car about, we want this to be kind of educational for songwriters, especially beginner songwriters. And so I'm going to pick your brain, and you're going to tell the world all what you know about songwriting.
Okay.
So you have to answer this question.
All right.
Songwriting is easy or hard?
I think songwriting is easy.
And why?
I'm not saying it's always good, but
Okay.
it's a creative flow, and just like any other art, you practice it. It's a part of you coming out onto a canvas or out into a song or out into a dance, and it's something that you get better at with time. Sometimes you're more creative. Other times it takes work, but it should be fun. And
So the better you get at it, is it more fun? Do you find it's more comfortable for you?
I think there's a release whenever you write and
Okay.
something that you produce and you feel good about. It's out
Right.
there. Of course, it's nicer when people like it, you
Yeah.
know. But I think part of the joy of it is that you have to like it also,
Right.
and that it's something you've created and it's out there, it's recorded, and it's for all time, your children and your grandchildren and
For all eternity.
all
and
eternity.
beyond.
It's something that you've created and put out into the world for
Yeah.
better or for worse. But
Yeah, that's what I like, that it never existed. You know,
Yes.
that those words and that melody and that the way you put it together just wasn't there.
Right.
And now it is.
And it's original.
It
It's
is
something
original.
that you've created, and original thoughts or original melodies, and that's just a wonderful thing.
And sometimes songwriting is hard.
Mm-hmm.
And so what do you do when it's tough? Throw down your guitar and walk away and say, I'm never going to
Yeah.
write again?
I would definitely walk away. Most of my inspiration comes usually at night, right when I go to bed. I have to get right back up. My
Oh.
husband laughs at me because I have to get up and I have to go in the kitchen and sing something into my little my phone recorder, and it usually sounds like a froggy kind of voice, but I get the lyric out and I get the melody out. I don't know why. When I begin to relax, that's when I create. Or when I'm driving long roads, something will just come in my head, a lyric and a hook, and I have to stop and I have to write it down or just stop and sing it, or it's gone. I lose it. The
Yeah.
older I get, the more I lose it. So I have to
Yeah.
write it down.
I tell people all the time, don't ignore that voice.
Mm-hmm.
The song I was singing at the intro for this show, I was cutting grass one day,
Mm-hmm.
and the thought came into my head, so I stopped cutting. I went upstairs and I recorded a little bit. So I went back to cutting. More came, so I stopped cutting. Did that about 5 or 6 times. So I finally gave up cutting grass.
Yeah.
And wrote it that day.
Mm-hmm.
So that song wanted to get out that day.
Yeah.
So you gotta let it out.
And I find with songs do change. The more I recorded songs my first year when I was trying to get my CD out. My dad was dying of cancer, and I really wanted to hurry up and get that done. And so it was a push to get the songs on there. And I guess the hard part comes is when you're recording something and you know it's going to take more money to redo and more time, and so that can be stressful.
Yeah.
But the recording process for me is really fun to just go in and have like a palette of everything to create and to be with creative people. But I do find that once you do a song like if you play a song for a year or two and it does change and it molds, and you get to do new things with your voice that you think, oh, this works better, or the audience clapped at this more. So I think sometimes the second EP that I put out, I waited a little longer to see if the songs would mature a little bit, like a wine before I recorded. Right. I didn't have a time constraint at that time. But I do find that songs get better over time and you get more comfortable with them.
Yeah, I'll take out some of my oldies and do that. And I'll change the key.
Yeah, that's
and that makes
idea.
It fresh
and
more fun. And sometimes I realize, I've been singing that in the wrong key all these years. I need it to be 2 up, or lower, So that's great. When you were practicing your song you're going to play today, that song is already in my head. So can you talk about how that song came to be?
Yeah, La Luna. I actually sat down. I write a lot of sad songs, I find, more often because being a religion teacher all my life, I was helping people form souls and, to reflect spiritually. And I think songwriters are like that too. They're just sharing their souls. And so most of my songs tend to be deep and dark, not dark, but, sad or an emotion. And so with La Luna, I said, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to write a song to a 4/4 beat. That's a foot stomping beat. And I kind of brought some of my Cajun roots into it. I grew up on the river in Patterson, Louisiana. And that song, La Luna, was the moon on the river at night in October, which is beautiful. And then threw together all the family things that happen on the river of us growing up there with a large family, wedding proposals happened out on the river, wedding receptions, first kisses, all of that all that's biographical. La Luna is just a way of saying the moon in a melodic way that I felt like singing La Luna.
Right.
It just rolled off the tongue, so felt better than singing the moon,
Right.
So that's pretty much the song.
Yeah.
It's a family song. Reminds me of my roots and my home and my love life.
So I bet you play it often.
I do.
Yeah.
I play that most song because it is upbeat. And I find in the future that the things that I write more, if I want to be an audience pleaser, usually upbeat works better, even though I love to listen to sad songs myself. I mean, I feel, and I can get in touch with that songwriter when I hear those songs. But I think as an artist, that's what challenges me more, is I want to write more upbeat songs to have a balance.
Right. For the show we're going to do today at SPARS, you're going to be on with us, and we're all trying to do positive songs. And I realized I didn't have a lot of positive songs, so I had to go back in the old books and pull out some.
Right. And that was a challenge for me when y'all said that to him, like, whoa, 30 minutes of upbeat songs.
Right.
I mean, I've had some songs that I've written for fun, like Tequila, or I have some songs written from quotes from a book that I'll, things like that. But most of them are about heartache or love lessons things like that.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's hear this one.
Okay, here we go. La Luna. La Luna, lay me down under La Luna. La Luna, lay me down under La Luna. By the river I will be. Will you meet me, my sherry, underneath the full moon's glow, where the peaceful waters flow? Lay me down under La Luna. La Luna, La Luna, lay me down under La Luna. The black water shimmers bright on this cool October night, with soft rays upon your skin. Sweet Cherie, meet me again. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. me down under La Luna, La Luna, La Luna, lay me down under La Luna. Well, I will meet you there, my love, when memories are ever sweet. The first kiss upon the swing, there you gave the wedding ring. Ooh, 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 La Luna, La Luna, lay me down under La Luna, La Luna, La Luna, lay me down under La Luna. La Luna, La Luna, lay me down under La Luna, La Luna, La Luna, lay me down under La Luna.
Crystal, that song's going to stick in my head. I like it. I really do like it. Thanks for coming on the show.
You're welcome.
Why don't you tell everyone how they can get your music or where you're playing and good things like that?
Okay, my music can be found on CD Baby. I have a CD out called Love Lessons, and I have an EP out called Simple Things. It's on Spotify and Amazon and everywhere CD Baby releases it.
All right, very cool, very cool. And I want to thank the audience out there for tuning in. I really appreciate it. This is session 11, so we're on a roll here. Send me some messages on who you'd like to see next come on the show, and I'll reach out to them. So don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon. And with that, Crystal, why don't you play a little more of that song, and we'll roll the credits.
Okay, wonderful. La Luna, lay me down under La Luna. La Luna, La Luna, lay me down under La Luna. Well, I will meet you there, my love, when memories are ever sweet. The first kiss upon the swing, there you gave the wedding ring. Ooh, 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 La Luna, lay me down under La Luna. La Luna, La Luna, lay me down under La Luna. La Luna, La Luna, lay me down under La Luna. La Luna, La Luna, lay me down under La Luna.